All right, bachcho, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are now solving paper of S1, Feb March 2021, 52. All right, so let's start. Let's start. J man, fair spinner with 5 sides, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is spun repeatedly. The score on each spin is the number on the side on which the spinner lands. Find the probability that a score of 3 is obtained for the first time on the 8th spin. So that means in the first 7 spins, okay, it's a fair spinner. That means the probability of getting each of these numbers is equal. That is 1 over 5, 1 over 5, 1 over 5. So now in the first 7 spins, you are not going to get 3. So the probability of not obtaining 3 is going to be 4 over 5 times 4 over 5 times 4 over 5 times 4 over 5 times 4 over 5. All right, times 4 over 5 times 4 over 5. So this is a probability of not obtaining 3. So in the first 7 spins, we have not, in the first 7 spins we have not obtained 3. We have not obtained 3. So the probability of not obtaining 3 in the first 7 spins is going to be 4 upon 5, and in the 8th spin it's going to be then 1 over 5. So yeah, you can write it down as 4 over 5 to the power of 7 into 1 over 5. Now, I won't be like writing down like 8 factorial upon 7 factorial, Mr. Imad Ahmed. And the reason why is because, uh, it's not saying that, uh, it's not saying that the score of 3 is obtained once in 8 spins. It is saying that the score of 3 is obtained particularly in the 8th spin. So this cannot be like relocated in any of the positions. All right. So you have this probability of spin over here at the 8th position, probability of obtaining 3 at this 8th position. All right. And so you won't be writing down that 8 factorial upon 7 factorial because you are getting particularly the score of 3 at these 8 spin. That's why. So you're just going to write down this. And what is going to be the answer then? 4 over 7 to the power of 5. Sorry, 4 divided by 5 to the power of 7 into 0.2, 0.042. All right. Is it clear or not? Both of you. Find the probability. Find the probability that fewer than 6 spins are required to obtain a score of 3 for the first time. Find the probability that fewer than 6 spins are required to obtain a score for the first time. All right. So it may be like the let's take x. Let's take x as number of spins required. Number of spins required to obtain score of 3. So you can obtain score of 3 in the first spin, or in the second spin, or in the third spin, or in the fourth spin, or in the fifth spin. 5 spins on the fifth spin. All right. Fewer than 6 means that you cannot have 6 spins. So either in the first spin or in the second spin or in the third spin or the fourth spin or the fifth spin, you're going to get the score of 3. So if you're getting the score of 3 in the first spin, so it's going to be 1 over 5 time. If you're getting score of 3 in the second spin, so it's going to be 4 or 5
सर
times 1 over 5.
सर ये
Yes.
बाइनोमियल से सॉल्व हो जाएगा?
Uh, yes.
कैन यू डू इट फ्रॉम दैट बिकॉज मुझे वहां से ही आता है करना, उससे करना आता है.
Just a second. Let me just complete this. So it's going to be 4/5 times 4/5 times 1/5. So we have fewer than 6 pins means, uh, and then we have 4/5 to the power of 4 times 1 over to the power of 3. Iman, this cannot be solved using binomial. Why? Can you just tell me why?
We don't know the total number of times it
Yes,
is spin.
yes. We don't know that how many times the spinner has been spun. We don't know about that.
Sir,
If we would have known that, we would have applied binomial. We would have used that binomial. We would have modeled this as binomial distribution and would have solved that. All right. So 4/5 to the power of 4 into 1/5 is going to be then 0.2.
सर
Yes.
सर इसमें 1/5 जो हम ले रहे हैं फिर प्लस कर रहे हैं हम दूसरी प्रोबेबिलिटी 4/5 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1/5 ये 4/5 हर हर अगली प्रोबेबिलिटी में बढ़ा क्यों रहे हैं और अब
No. Why? Because
4
no. Look, x equals to 3 means that you are getting the score of 3 in the third spin. So of course, you are getting the score of 3 for the first time in the third spin. So in the first 2 spins, you won't be getting 3. That's why. All
अच्छा
right.
2 फेलियर्स हैं
Yeah. So 4 divided by 25 is going to be how much? 0.16. And then it's going to be 4 divided by 5 square into 0.2. It's going to be 0.128. Then 4 divided by 5 to the power of 3 into 0.2. It's going to be 0.1024 plus 4 divided by 5 to the power of 4 into 0.2. 0.08192. 0.08192. Now add 0.1024 plus 0.128 plus 0.16 plus 0.2. It's going to be 0.67. Yes.
0.08192 है.
0. Oh, okay.
0.0.
0.08192. Okay. Final answer is 0.672. Yeah. I just wrote it incorrectly, but I just used the calculator. You can just verify. You can verify it. 0.672. I want you to open up the marking scheme as well, in a tab on your laptop, and just keep on verifying the answers which we are getting, and let me know if it is wrong. All right, Miss Iman. So Georgie, Ahmad Ahmad, I want you to open the marking scheme as well. Georgie has a red scarf, a blue scarf, and a yellow scarf. Each day she wears exactly one of these scarves. The probabilities for 3 colors are 0.24535. When she wears a red scarf, she always wears a hat. Okay. Scarf. It's a red scarf, it's a blue scarf, and a yellow scarf. All right. And along with she always wears a hat. When she wears a blue scarf, she wears a hat with probability 0.4. Okay. Hat and not hat. Hat and not hat. Hat and not hat. So the probability that she wears hat along with red scarf is 1, and this is 0. All right. And 0.20, 0.45, and 0.35. All right, and the probability that she wears hat along with blue scarf is 0.4, and she does not wear hat along with blue scarf, that's 0.6. And then along with yellow scarf, she wears hat with a probability of 0.3 and does not wear it with a probability of 0.7. Is it clear or not, Miss Iman?
Yes, sir.
So she wears a hat. Now let me complete. Let me complete the probability. So rs dot h comma h bs comma h. Sorry. Uh, rs comma h not h prime bs comma head bs comma not head and ys comma head and ys comma not head. All right. So what is the probability? It's 0.20. This is 0. This is 0.45 into 4, 0.18. 0.45 into zero point 0.6, it's 0.27. And this is 0.35 into zero point 0.3. This is going to be 0.105. And this is going to be 0.35 into zero point 0.7. This is 0.245. And the sum of all these probabilities should be equal to 1, and it should come out to be equal to 1. Now, once you have this tree diagram, now you can solve each of these parts very easily. Now you are asked to calculate the probability that the Georgie wears a hat on a random day. Wears a hat means this plus this plus this. So you can add them up. 0.20 plus 0.18 plus 0.105 is 0.485. 0.20 plus 0.18 plus 0.105 is equal to 0.485. Aman, have you opened up the marking scheme?
No, sir.
I
I'm trying to.
asked you to.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Imad,
Internet slow आ रहे हैं.
Imad,
जी सर
marking scheme.
खोल रहा हूँ सर
Find the probability that on a randomly chosen day, Jerry wears a yellow hat, given that she does not wear a hat. So you have a conditional probability given that she does not wear a hat. So does not wear a hat is gonna be in the denominator.
There is this condition probability.
Yes.
Okay.
So after whatever you have, whatever is written after given that, you just gonna write it down in the denominator. So the probability that she does not wear hat is going to come into the denominator, and in the numerator it would be yellow scarf and not hat. Or I may just write it down. So the probability of not wearing a hat is going to come in the denominator, and of course you're going to have a number of probabilities in this, and among these you have to tell what is the probability that she wears yellow scarf and does not wear the hat. That's how you're going to calculate the probability. And the probability the probability that she's not going to wear hat, the probabilities that that she's not going to wear hat is this 0 plus 0.27 plus 0.245. So these are the probabilities that she does not wear a hat. And among these, what is the probability that she wears a yellow scarf and does not wear a hat? And that is 0.245. It's going to be 0.245 divided by
सर
0.476.
ये मई जून 2021 है
No, Feb March 2021, 52. We're getting 0.476. Is it clear to both of you or not? Is it clear to both of you or not? Iman, any queries? Iman, any queries we have till now?
नहीं सर.
No? Okay. Yusuf Hussain
सर
Khan?
ये नीचे सारे विदाउट हैट वाले मल्टीप्लाई किए आपने?
Yeah. Not multiply. I've added up all the probabilities
ओके.
of uh, of of George. Not in the denominator. I have all the probabilities representing Georgie not wearing hat. So these were the probabilities. This one, and this one. These were the probabilities representing Georgie not wearing hat. I have just put up in the denominator because the condition is you are looking from among those probabilities in which that are representing Georgie not wearing hat. So that's a condition. The condition says that you are particularly looking at those probabilities that represents Georgie not wearing hat. That's why I've, in the denominator I have put up these probabilities of Georgie representing Georgie not wearing hat. Now, from among these, you are supposed to calculate what is the probability that Georgie does not wear a hat along with yellow scarf. So that is 0.245. Put that in the numerator. That's what you're getting the final answer. Is it clear or not, Miss Iman Gamran?
यस सर.
Imad Ahmed, is it clear?
जी सर.
Yusuf Hussain, when did you join?
सर अभी क्वेश्चन 2 के स्टार्ट में.
At the beginning of question 2?
यस.
You have understood question 2?
यस.
Any queries you have?
नो.
Okay. Imad Ahmed, you were supposed to verify the answer from the marking scheme. Are we getting the right answer? I don't know
जी सर.
why is that. Why is taking for you? Why is that? Have you verified the answer? Is that correct?
जी सर.
Okay. And for question 1, please verify as well.
सही है सर.
Oh, okay. Let's move on. Question 3, Yusuf Hussain. What does it say? The time spent by shoppers in a large shopping center has a normal distribution with mean 96 minutes, standard deviation 18 minutes. Find the probability that shopper chosen at random spends between 85 and 100 minutes. So I need to calculate the probability that the time taken by the shopper is between 85 and 100 minutes. All right. And I'm gonna sketch. Okay, like this. So I have 96. I'm gonna have 85 somewhere over here. I'm gonna have 100 over here. And I need to calculate the probability represented by the area, the shaded area. All right. And for this, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be calculating the probability. I'm going to be calculating the probability of less than 100, and I'm going to be subtracting from the probability of less than 85. Have you people understood this, or should I repeat? From less than 100, the probability represented by t less than 100, I'm going to subtract the probability represented by t less than 85. I'm going to get then the probability represented by this shared area. Is it so or not? Is that correct? Mr. Yusuf Hussain, Mr. Imad Ahmed, Mr. Iman Kamran. G.
जी सर.
Okay. Now, if you look at this t less than 100, so t less than 100 covers up area that is more than 50%. T less than 100. If you look at the area less than 100, If you look at the area represented by T less than 100, then it covers more than 50% of the area. So you can get the probability of T greater than less than 100 directly from the table. But if you look at the region represented by T less than 85, so this covers up less than 50% of the area. So you're not going to get the probability directly from the table. You're going to whatever the probability you're going to get from the table, you're going to subtract it. You're going to subtract it from 1. All right. So I'm going to use the formula. I'm going to calculate value of Z. It's going to be Z equals to 100 minus 96 divided by standard deviation. And for this, I have Z equals to 85 minus 96 divided by 18. And Imad, 4 divided by 18. 0.222. And this is 85 minus 96 divided by 18. 85 minus 96 divided by 18 minus 0.611. All right. We haven't been given the table, right, in this paper. No. Imad Ahmed, do you have that normal distribution table with you? Can you
नहीं
just
सर
oh, you don't have that? Okay.
सर मार्किंग स्कीम में यही है, यही वैल्यू था.
No. We need to check for the probability. Anyways, I have it. Don't worry. We have in normal distribution. Yeah. Okay. Have a look at this. So what are the values we are getting? 0.222. 0.222. Yusuf Hussain. 0.2. 0.22. And then we have this. So 0.5871. So it's going to be 0.5871 plus 0.0080. It's going to be 0.5879. 0.5879. So the probability is going to be 0.5879. And all right. And for this 0.611, 0.6, 1 and 1, 0.7294, 0.7294. Yeah. But I'm going to be subtracting it from 1, 0.7294.
Sir, 0.611 कैसे आया?
85 minus 96 divided by 18.
Okay, let me see.
Yusuf Hussain, can you tell me why I have to subtract it from 1?
So because of negative probability.
No, not really. You need to look. Can
Sir?
you just tell me if you look at the region less than 85, less than if you go if you look at the region represented by T less than 85, so Yusuf Hussain, does it cover less than 50% of the area, total area, or more than 50% of the total area?
Less than 50%.
So when you have that's what the probability you need. But in the table, if you look at the table starts, the smallest probability that the table provides you is 50%, and all other probabilities that the table that are part of this table are greater than 50%. That means you can only calculate the probability of the area, or you can only calculate the probability represented by the area that covers up more than 50% of the total area. All right. So over here the required probability is T less than 85. but the area represented by t less than 85 is like less than less than 50%. So the probability that we have got against 0.611, the probability that we have got 0.7294, that is representing the probability greater than 85. All right, this is basically 0.7294. We are getting this probability 0.7294 from the table for the area of 40 greater than 85, because that covers up more than 50% of the area. Now, but that is what we don't require. We require less than 85 as per the equation that we have, as per the expression which we have written. We require probability of t less than 85. But the probability that we have got is for t greater than 85, so we need to subtract it from 1. And after subtracting it from 1, we're going to get what? 0.2706. Now, Yusuf Hussain, in case of 100, if you look at the area for t less than 100, so area for t less than 100 covers up more than 50%. So that's why the probability that we got 0.5879 is basically representing the probability for the for t less than 100. All right, this probability 0.5879 is actually of t less than 100, because for t less than 100 the area is more than 50%, and that's what you need. So that's why we have used as it is. We didn't subtract it from 1. That's what the theory or the background is. All right, that's why I always recommend all my students to sketch the graph and then figure it out that okay, what are the probabilities that you need, instead of just memorizing the formula and like that. Is it clear or not, Mr. Yusuf Hussain?
Yes.
And it's going to be 0.5879 minus so it's going to be 0.3173. So Imad Ahmed, Mr. Iman Kamran, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now 88% of the shoppers spend more than t minutes. Okay. So the probability that the time is greater than t minutes is equal to 0.88. And we are supposed to find out the value of t. Now, Mr. Yusuf Hussain, the mean is 96. Now, this is greater than t. And you people have been given the probability. So when it is greater than t and you have been given the probability, you are going to start shading from the right. It's going to start shading from the right. If this would have been less than t, you would have started shading from the left. Now you would start shading from the right. And how much you're going to shade? That is 88%. So shading the area that covers up 88% would actually going to be somewhat over here, up till here, approximately. Is that so or not? Just let me know. Let me repeat. You have greater than t. All right. You have greater than t, and you have been given the probability. Now on the sketch, the sketch you have made, you need to shade the area, and so that you can get actual position where the t is lying, on the left of mean or on the left of mean or on the right of mean. Now from greater than t means you're going to start shading from the right, and you're going to shade 88% of the area. And 88% of the area means, of course, is going to be lying on the left of mean, somewhat over here. So I'll be marking this point as t. And at this position, we know that z is going to be negative, because it's this value this value of t is on the left of the mean, so the value of z is going to be negative. All right. So I'll just going to go up to the this table, and I'm going to look for 0.88. Where's 0.88? This over here. 0.8790 plus 10. 0.88. 0.8790 plus 10. So this is 1.175. 1.175. So the value of z is going to be put up as negative 1.175. And why negative? Because we can see that the value of t is lying on the left of mean. Minus 1.175 t minus 96 divided by 18. And Iman, this is going to be minus 1.175 times 18 plus 96. T is going to be equal to 74.9. All right, 74.9 minutes. Is that clear or not, Ms. Iman Kamran, Mr. Imad Ahmed, Mr. Yusuf Hussain? Is it clear? If this would have been less than t, if it would have been written less than t minute, so it would have been less than t. You would have started shading from the left, and you would have shaded 88% starting from the left. The value of t would have been lying somewhere over here. Is it clear or not, Mr. Yusuf Hussain? Mr. Imad Ahmed,
Yes.
is it clear or not? Imad Ahmed
Yes, sir.
and Iman, is it clear and the answers are correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Iman, what we are going to do in this question, the random variable x takes values 1, 2, 3, 4 only. The probability that x takes the value x is this. Iman, what we are going to do?
We will make a probability distribution table.
Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. The probability that x takes the value x is okay. We'll be substituting the values of x over here. So if you're going to substitute 1, so Yusuf Hussain, what we're going to get the probability in terms of k is going to be 4k. And if you're going to substitute 2, you're going to get 5 minus 2 is 3 times 2, 6k. And then if you're going to substitute 3, it's going to be 2 times 3 is 6k. And we're going to substitute 4, is going to be 1 times 4 is 4k. All right. All good, Mr. Yusuf Hussain, Mr. Imad Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
Yusuf Hussain haven't got this. Yusuf,
So
is it clear, or you
yes,
want
yes.
me? You want me to explain again?
So clear.
Okay. What's next, Mr. Yusuf? What are you gonna do next? How do you calculate variance, Imad Ahmed, Mr. Yusuf
Sir,
Hussain? How do you calculate
one
variance?
x into probability square.
Sir, we will add these probabilities and put it equal to 1.
Okay. First, we're gonna find out the value of. First, we need to get the values of the probability. So you're going to have 6 plus 6, 12, and plus 8 is going to be 20k equals to 1. The value of k is going to be 1 over 20. Now what's next? What's the formula for variance? Yes, Mr. Ahmad, what's the formula for variance?
So x into probability square minus mean square.
Okay.
सर
Minus. Yes.
ये 2 की प्रोबेबिलिटी आपने क्या लिखी है 5k है कि 6k है
No, 6k. 6k. Yusuf, what is the probability for variance of what's the formula for variance of x?
So mean square minus plus ex square.
Let me show it to you. Here we go. How do we calculate variance? Here we have the formula. Yep. Yes. X square times p minus square of mean. That's how you're going to do. So okay, I'm gonna take the square of the value 1 square into 4 over 20 plus 2 square into 6 over 20, 3 square into 6 over 20, and 4 square into 4 square into 4 over 20. All right. Minus square of mean. How do you calculate mean? So here you have the formula for mean, xp. So let's first calculate. Here we can calculate the expected value of the mean value. That is 1 times 4 over 20 plus 2 times 6 over 20 plus 3 times 6 over 20 plus 4 times 4 over 20. All right. And we're going to get 4 plus 12 is 16 plus 18. 16 plus 18 is 34. 34 plus 16 is 50 over 20. It's 2.5. So minus 2.5 square. It's going to be 4 over 20 plus 4 6 is 24 over 20 plus 9 6 is 36. 9 6 is 54 over 20. And 16 into 4 64 over 20 minus 2.5 square. So how much it would be? 118, 122, 146 over 20. What is 146 over 20? 7.3 minus 6.25. So how much variant you're getting? It's 1.05. Is it clear or not? Mr. Imad Ahmad, Mr. Iman Kamran, Yusuf Hussain, is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes.
बच्चों आप लोग जरा बता दो यार, जल्दी जल्दी बता दो, हमारे पास टाइम जरा कम है. कम ऑन, हरी अप.
जी सर.
ईमान,
जी सर
Imad, have you verified the answer? Is that correct? सही है ना आंसर?
जी सर.
Okay. Cumulative frequency graph. We can skip it for a while because that's quite easy. That's something you people have been doing. You people have done at GCSE level as well. GCSE mathematics. Let's do this. Question 6 first. Find the total number of different arrangements. That is something Yusuf is going to tell me. Yusuf Hussain, come on, give it a try. You are supposed to
Sir,
arrange all these 11 letters without any restriction. You just need to arrange all these 11 letters. Total arrangements. Yeah. How many total arrangements will be there?
sir, 11 factorial upon 2 factorial multiplied by 2 factorial.
Okay. Okay. Going to be how much? Imad, 9, 9,
Sir,
7,
there
9,
would be
200.
एक और 2 factorial होगा denominator में.
Why?
There are 2
2a
A's,
Achha,
2
okay,
R's,
2
and
A's,
2
2
L's.
A's. Okay, okay, okay. 2 factorial. So, 11 factorial divided by 8. So, what the answer we are getting? 4, 9, 8, 9, 6, 0, 0. That's what you are getting? So, Imad,
जी sir.
okay. Yusuf, okay. Find the total number of different, Yusuf, find the total number of different arrangements of the 11 letters of the word caterpillar in which there is in an R at the beginning, R at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So R at the beginning, R at the end. So we have like 2 factorial all set. And the two A's are not together. Okay, now I need to explain you people that, for example, let's let let's just keep this question aside and let me discuss with you one thing. Now, Mr. Yusuf Hussain, if you have 2 boys and 4 girls, 2 boys and 4 girls, and I ask you to tell me the arrangements in which the boys are not together. So what does that mean? That means you are separating the boys. All right. Now, if you are like separating the boys, so let me put up the girls. Girls. Now, will you people agree that for boys, if I want to keep the boys, if I want to keep the boys separate, so these will be the possible positions for the boys. These are going to be the possible positions for boys. For these 2 boys, for these 2 boys, I will have these 5 possible positions. Either I kept one boy over here and one over here. They're going to be separate. One over here, one over here. They're going to be separate like that. So I have these 5 positions in which I can arrange these 2 boys. So what I want to explain it to you is, like, for example, I was just keeping the boys separate. The boys were not together. So apart from these 2 boys, how many girls I have? 4. And you know, if you look at this number 4, how many positions? How many alternate positions I have for boys? That is coming out to be 5. If I would increase the number of girls to 5, all right, then these positions are going to become 6 in number. मैंने लेट मी टेल यू, ये मैंने गर्ल्स का नंबर जो है पहले 4 था, पहले 4 गर्ल्स थी तो उनके आगे पीछे जो आपकी टोटल पोजीशंस थी अवेलेबल फॉर बॉयज इन ऑर्डर टू कीप देम सेपरेट, वो 5 थी. अब मैंने गर्ल्स का नंबर बढ़ा दिया, 5 कर दिया। तो अब इनके जो आपकी ऑल्टरनेट पोजीशंस अवेलेबल हैं टू अरेंज दीज टू बॉयज सो दैट दे आर नॉट केप्ट टुगेदर। तो अब वो कितनी हो गई पोजीशंस टोटल? 1 2 3 4 5 6। नाउ दे हैव इंक्रीज टू 6। व्हेन आई हैव 5 गर्ल्स, द पोजीशंस आई हैव अवेलेबल टू कीप दीज टू बॉयज सेपरेट, दे आर 6 इन नंबर। जब 4 गर्ल्स थी तो हमारे पास कितनी स्पेसेस थी अवेलेबल टू कीप दीज टू बॉयज सेपरेट? देन देयर वर 5 पोजीशंस। तो अब मैं दरअसल बेसिकली ये बताना चाह रहा हूँ, what I want to tell you that I have these two R fixed at these positions. All right, so I know I just need to forget these two positions now because I have already placed R. All right, at the beginning, at the end. So I need to forget about these positions. All right, you cannot have any A that is after R, that is kept after R or before R. So you need to just ignore these positions. Now, apart from these two positions, how many letters are left? If you just forget these two, if you forget these two R and these two positions, so you are left with
9.
9 letters. You are left with 9 letters, and also you need to forget about two A's because you're not going to count them. The two A's are going to be not two A's are not going to be kept together, so you need to not count them as well. So apart from two A's and these two R's, how many letters are left? 7. 7 letters are left. और 7 letters के आगे पीछे जो आपकी total positions available होंगी to place these two A's will be 8. ठीक है ना? ये दो R तो आपने बिगिनिंग और एंड में प्लेस कर दिए, इनकी पोजीशंस और इनको भूल जाए आप। बाकी रह गए आपके दो एज, इनको आपने सेपरेट करना है। इनके अलावा जो लेटर्स रिमेनिंग है वो 7 लेटर्स। इन 7 लेटर्स के आगे पीछे जो टोटल पोजीशंस अवेलेबल है टू प्लेस दीस टू एज, तो वो पोजीशंस कितनी है? 8 हो जाएगी ना, क्योंकि मैंने यहाँ पे प्रूफ कर दिया। तो अगर 7 लेटर्स हैं, एज के अलावा 7 लेटर्स अवेलेबल है, तो उनके आगे पीछे कितनी पोजीशंस होंगी अवेलेबल टू प्लेस दीस टू एज? 8. So in these 8 positions, I need to arrange these two A's. So it's going to be 8p2. In
Sir,
8 position. जी
ये
पूछे।
आपने 2 फैक्टोरियल क्यों मल्टीप्लाई किया है?
2 फैक्टोरियल क्योंकि यहाँ पे मैंने R को फिक्स कर दिया ना।
तो सर आपने कहा था वो मैटर नहीं करता, अगर वो
हाँ, तो वो
मतलब
मैं
एक
डिवाइड
साथ
बाय
होंगे कभी।
बच्चा वो मैं डिवाइड बाय 2 फैक्टोरियल करूंगा, कैंसिल हो जाएगा। आपकी मर्जी है, आप लिखे ना लिखे, मैं लिखता हूँ। ठीक है।
अच्छा ठीक है। तो अभी
अच्छा
आप
तो
एस का निकाल रहे हैं, वो अलग
हाँ,
निकालेंगे?
एस का निकालना हो तो एस के लिए मेरे पास ये 2 R 2 एस हटाते हैं। 7 लेटर्स हैं। 7 लेटर्स के आगे पीछे जो टोटल पोजीशंस अवेलेबल है टू प्लेस दीस टू एस सच दैट दे आर नॉट टुगेदर, वो 8 पोजीशंस है। उन 8 पोजीशंस में मैंने 2 एस को अरेंज करना है। 8p2 हो गया। और इनटू अब आपके पास जो 7 लेटर्स हैं, वो 7 लेटर्स आपके प्लेस होंगे ऐसे। तो जो 7 लेटर्स आपके इस तरीके से प्लेस होंगे वो आपस में अपनी पोजीशंस पे अरेंज हो सकते हैं। सो दैट वुड बी 7 फैक्टोरियल। आप डिवाइड कर दें जो भी आपका है, 2 फैक्टोरियल 2 फैक्टोरियल 2 फैक्टोरियल। ऑलराइट, सो यू गोइंग टू गेट व्हाट? 8p2 into 7 factorial divided by 4 is going to be 70,560. Is it clear or not, Mr.? Yes.
ये ऊपर तो 2 फैक्टोरियल है, मैंने नहीं लिखा, तो मेरे जो डिनोमिनेटर्स में 3 आ रहे हैं। 2 फैक्टोरियल तो
नहीं,
कैंसिल आउट नहीं होगा।
3 नहीं आ रहे। 3 नहीं आएंगे ना, फिर आप आप नीचे भी नहीं लिखोगे ना, फिर अगर ऊपर नहीं लिख रही तो।
मतलब 2 एस को काउंट नहीं करूंगी।
हाँ, फिर क्योंकि आपने फिक्स कर दिया ना, फिक्स करके आप भूल जाए, इसको इग्नोर कर दें। फिर आप ना ऊपर लिखेंगे ना नीचे लिखेंगे। ठीक है,
ओके।
क्योंकि ये तो फिक्स है ना। और अगर इनको आप अरेंज कर ही नहीं सकती क्योंकि ये सिमिलर है, तो आप इनको भूल जाएं।
और सर 7 फैक्टोरियल क्यों मल्टीप्लाई किया?
7 फैक्टोरियल इसलिए है कि भाई आपके पास ये 7 लेटर्स हैं, आपने इनको ऐसे प्लेस कर दिया 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, और इनके आगे पीछे टोटल 8 पोजीशंस हैं और उन उन 8 में से कोई भी 2 पोजीशंस पे आपने एस को प्लेस कर दिया। अब ये जो आपके 7 लेटर्स हैं, तो ये 7 लेटर्स अपनी जगहों पे स्विच कर सकते हैं ना, ठीक है ना।
सर ये
अपनी,
आपने आर को निकाल के 7 बोला है, आर एंड 2 एस
हाँ
को।
हाँ, आर को तो आप भूल जाए ना,
अच्छा
आर और एस को निकाल के 7 है ना। तो वो जो 7 रह गए, तो वो 7 जो अपनी पोजीशंस पे हैं, तो वो 7 लेटर्स अपनी जो पोजीशंस है उनमें तो आप वो स्विच कर सकते हैं ना, स्वैप कर सकते हैं। समझ आई? तो दैट्स वाई 7 फैक्टोरियल। ठीक है, इज इट क्लियर और नॉट मुसलमान?
ओके सर।
जैसे कि ये है, अब ये 5 गर्ल्स है ना, तो इनमें इनके आगे पीछे जो पोजीशंस हैं वो 6 पोजीशंस हैं। तो इन 6 पोजीशंस में यूसुफ हुसैन ने 2 बॉयज को बैठा दिया। अब ये जो गर्ल्स की जो पोजीशन है, ये जो गर्ल्स हैं भाई, अपनी गर्ल्स की जो अपनी पोजीशन है उनमें ये आपस में स्विच कर सकती हैं। यानी इधर ईमान बैठी हुई है, इधर सोबिया बैठी है, इधर फातिमा बैठी है, तो ये सोबिया इधर आ गई, फातिमा इधर आ गई भाई। अब जो गर्ल्स की अपनी पोजीशंस हैं वो उसमें आपस में ये अरेंज कर सकती है ना, उन पोजीशंस में आपस में ये स्वैप कर सकती है ना। तो वो जितनी आपकी ये हैं गर्ल्स, ये सब की सब अपनी पोजीशंस पे अरेंज हो सकती हैं। तो दैट्स व्हाई इट वुड बी 5 फैक्टोरियल, और इनटू ये आपकी कितनी स्पेस है, 6, और उसमें से 2 को मैं आपको बढ़ा दिया बॉयज, 6p2। ठीक है, ये बात समझ आ गई आपके? नहीं आई मिस्टर यूसुफ हुसैन? इज क्लियर और नॉट?
Yes.
Find the total number of different selections of 6 letters from the 11 letters of the word caterpillar that contains both R's and at least one A and at least one L. Oh. We need to select 2 R. Okay. Now for this, what we're gonna do is that first we're going to write down यूसुफ हुसैन कि हमारे पास जो repeated letters हैं वो कौन से हैं। R है 2, A है 2। R कितने हैं? 2, A है 2 और L है 2। R 2 है, A 2 है, L 2 है, ठीक है ना। अच्छा, इनके आप, अच्छा आपने सिलेक्शन कितनी करनी है? 6 की करनी है ना, सेलेक्ट 6 करनी है आप। तो अगर आपने 6 सिलेक्शंस करनी है, तो आप एक काम ये करें कि क्या करेंगे आप, क्या करेंगे ईमान?
सर ये जो
अगर
11
हम,
लेटर्स हैं इनमें से हम आर माइनस कर देंगे।
एक
और
मिनट
जो
पहले तो, नहीं हाँ, हम पहले तो ये जो 6 है ना, ये तो रिपीटेड है ना, इसके अलावा कितने हैं आपके पास? 5 हैं,
हम्म
ठीक है ना। इसके अलावा आपके पास 5 हैं, वो कौन कौन से हैं? एक मिनट, मैं असल में ना इसका मैं एक टेबल बनाता हूँ। इसको हम एक टेबल बना लेते हैं, मैं आपको सिखा देता हूँ। ठीक है ना, एक टेबल बना लेते हैं, और इसमें हमारे पास बाकी कौन से लेटर्स हैं? सी है, टी है, और ई है, पी है, आई है, ठीक है ना। 2 4 6 और ये 5 11, ठीक है ना। अब हमें टोटल कितने सेलेक्ट करने हैं यूसुफ हुसैन? How many we are supposed to select? 6, and in this we need to have both R's, दोनों R होने चाहिए। तो यहाँ पे 2 R हुआ है। अब हम सारे पॉसिबल कॉम्बिनेशन यहाँ पे लिखेंगे। 2 R हो गए। अच्छा, इसको मैं थोड़ा सा करीब करके लिख लेता हूँ, CDEPI। अच्छा, 2 R आपके हो गए। पहला कॉम्बिनेशन में 2 R हो गए, एटलीस्ट 1 A आपको चाहिए। एटलीस्ट 1 A का मतलब है एक A ले लेते हैं अभी, और एक L ले लेते हैं, और अभी आपके पास टोटल 4 होगा, तो 2 इसमें से आ जाएंगे, ठीक है ना। 2 इनमें से आ जाएंगे। अब कौन से 2 आएंगे वो दैट डजेंट मैटर, बट 2 आएंगे इनमें से, कोई भी 2 आ सकते हैं। अच्छा, R आपने 2 ही रखने हैं। अब A आप 2 कर दें, L आप 1 ही रखें, फिर इसमें से एक आएगा। तीसरा पॉसिबल, आर तो दो ही है, ए आप दो कर दें, इसमें भी दो कर दें, इसमें से जीरो कर दें, और चौथा आर दो ही है, ए एक, एक कर दें, इसमें दो कर दें, इसमें एक कर दें। ठीक है ना? इज देयर एनी पॉसिबल कॉम्बिनेशन लेफ्ट? शहमान कामरान, शहमाद अहमद, यूसुफ हुसैन, कोई और कॉम्बिनेशन बाकी? आई थिंक हो गए सारे। और नहीं लगता कोई और कॉम्बिनेशन। अब आपने करना क्या है, देखिए जो रिपीटेड है ना, रिपीटेड, इसमें आप कर लें, ये हो जाएगा 2C2। अच्छा ये याद रखिएगा कि बेसिकली ये जो आपके रिपीटेड है ना, ये जो आपके रिपीटेड है, इनमें से हम, इनमें से कोई सिलेक्शन नहीं होगी। उसकी वजह क्या है? उनमें से सिलेक्शन इसलिए, देखो सिलेक्शन हमेशा याद रखिएगा आप तीनों, सिलेक्शन उन आइटम्स में से होती है जो डिफरेंट होते हैं। अब ये आपके दो एज हैं, ये दोनों सेम है, अब आप इनमें से एक चूज करें या दोनों चूज करें, इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। समझ गए? लेकिन बहरहाल आप इसको यहाँ पे जैसे 2C2 लिख लिया आपने, 2C2, 2C1, 2C1, और ये आ गया आपका 5C2। ठीक है ना? इसी तरीके से एक काम करते हैं, ये पूरा थोड़ा सा राइट की तरफ शिफ्ट कर लेते हैं।
सर ये
ठीक है
टू
ना?
सी वन से आंसर चेंज नहीं हो जाएगा?
नहीं तो यार, हाँ हो, असल में मैं इसको फिर डिवाइड करूंगा ना 2 फैक्टोरियल से, क्योंकि दोनों सेम है।
कहाँ से सेम है
तो
सर? एक ए आ रहा है ना हमारे पास, तो दो ए थोड़ी आ रहे हैं। इसलिए तो हम सिर्फ डिफरेंट कंसिडर करते हैं।
अच्छा अभी हम करते हैं ना, लेट्स सी आगे क्या होता है। 2C2, 2C2, 2C1, 5C1, और 2C2, 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 दो में से दो, दो में से दो, दो में से दो, और 5C0, और 2C2, 2C1, 2C2, 5C1। 5C2 is how much? 5 fours are 20 over 2, 10. 10 into 2, 20 into 2, 40. And then we have 5 into 2, 10. Then we have 1. Then we have 10. 2 into 5, 10. The 40 plus 10, 50, 60, 61. That's what you are getting, Mr. Imad Ahmad?
21।
21 ना?
हाँ, 21।
हाँ, this would be actually going to be 20 or 10. This is going to be 10. 5 fours are 20 over 2, 10. This is going to be 5. This is going to be 5.
सर तो 2C1 चेंज नहीं कर रहा?
And this is going to be 21. मैं आपसे क्या कह रहा था, आप मुझे कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं। मैं आपसे कह रहा था कि देखें आप, मुझे एक बात बताओ, आप मुझे बताएं, यूसुफ हुसैन, इमाद अहमद, मुझे बताएं आप, एक दुकान पे गए, उस दुकान वाले ने आपको दो आईफोन 15 प्रो मैक्स सामने रख दिए, जो कि एग्जैक्टली आइडेंटिकल है। एग्जैक्टली आइडेंटिकल है, कलर भी सेम है, सब कुछ सेम है, ठीक है ना। बहुत सारे पीसेस रखे होते हैं ना, सही है।
सही है।
और वो आप दो आपके सामने रख दिए, दो पीस, और ठीक है ना, दो पीस आपके सामने रख। अब आपसे बोला है सेलेक्ट करो, आप सिलेक्शन करोगे उसमें, मतलब सिलेक्शन क्या करोगे आप? दोनों तो सेम है ना। अब चाहे आप एक पिक करो या दो पिक करो, मुझे बताओ, कोई सिलेक्शन हो सकती है उसमें? अगर दोनों सेम चीज है तो हाउ डू यू सेलेक्ट? समझ आई बात? ही नहीं आई? समझ आई या नहीं आई?
सर तो लिखा क्यों है?
हाँ तो तभी तो मैं, या तो आप इसको लिख के भी डिवाइड कर दें 2 फैक्टोरियल से, समझ रहे हैं, क्योंकि सेम है तो आप डिवाइड कर दें। समझ रहे हैं मेरी बात? 2 फैक्टोरियल 2 फैक्टोरियल 2 फैक्टोरियल, आप डिवाइड कर दें,
सही है।
या फिर आप लिखे ही ना। ये तो मैं आपको खैर, आप एक काम करें, इसको ना लिखें, ठीक है ना। इसको आप, बल्कि आप लिख के, मैं इसको यहाँ पे कट कर देता हूँ, इसकी इसकी जरूरत नहीं है, इसकी भी जरूरत नहीं है, इसकी भी जरूरत नहीं, इसकी भी जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि ये जो मैंने टेबल बनाया ना, ये टेबल बनाने का मकसद यही है कि ये आपके पास आइडेंटिकल आइटम्स हैं, आइडेंटिकल लेटर्स हैं, आइडेंटिकल आइटम्स हैं। इनमें से आप जो भी सिलेक्शन करेंगे वो आपने अपनी कॉम्बिनेशंस में इंक्लूड नहीं करनी। ये टेबल बनाने का मकसद यही है कि आपको बस ये पता हो कि आप अपना ये जो टोटल नंबर, जो आप जितने आप सेलेक्ट करें टोटल, वो पूरा हो जाए नंबर, उसके लिए आपने ये टेबल बनाया है। तो मुझे पता है कि अगर मैंने आठ दो लिए, एक ए लिया है, एक एल लिया है, तो ये जो डिफरेंट है, क्योंकि इनमें से तो मैं एक्चुअली कोई सिलेक्शन कर ही नहीं रहा ना, क्योंकि ये दोनों भी सेम है, ये दोनों भी सेम है, ये दोनों भी सेम है, इनमें से तो मैं सिलेक्शन कर ही नहीं रहा। मैं तो सिलेक्शन असल में इन पांच में से कर रहा हूँ। तो मेरी जो कॉम्बिनेशन है ना, वो बेसिकली इन पांच में से फॉर्म होंगे। तो ये फिगर आउट करने के लिए कि मैं हर डिफरेंट कॉम्बिनेशन में इन पांच में से कितने सेलेक्ट कर रहा हूं, इस वजह से मैंने ये पूरा टेबल बनाया। तो ये इनकी जो कॉम्बिनेशंस है, यू वोंट बी गोइंग टू काउंट देम, क्योंकि ये तो सब ये आपस में सेम है ना। अब दो ए है, उनमें से आप एक सेलेक्ट करो, क्या है मतलब, क्या सेलेक्ट क्या करोगे? सिलेक्शन थोड़ी होगी उसमें। ये जो डिफरेंट होते हैं ना, उनमें होती है सिलेक्शन। तो बेसिकली इसमें आप इस वाले कॉम्बिनेशन में इन पांच में से आप दो सेलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, इसमें कोई नहीं सेलेक्ट कर रहा है, इसमें एक हो रहा है, इसमें एक हो रहा है। तो बेसिकली ये आप सब कट करता है।
सर जो मार्क स्कीम में लिखा है आप उस तरह करवा दें।
क्या मार्किंग स्कीम में क्या लिखा हुआ?
मतलब सर उसने 6 का कहा हुआ है ना, तो उसने 6 पहले ब्लॉक्स बनाए हैं, फिर उसने वैल्यूज लिखी हैं एंड देन ये इस तरह बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग हो जाता है।
नहीं, क्या कंफ्यूजन है? कोई कंफ्यूजिंग नहीं है। कंफ्यूजिंग क्या है? तो कंफ्यूजिंग क्या है? ये तो आप लिखे ही ना, ये तो मैंने सिर्फ आपको समझाने के लिए लिख दिया था, आप ना लिखें इसको, ये ले हटाएं इसको। ये आपने टेबल बना लिया ना, आठ दो, ये टेबल कंप्लीट हो गया। अब आप, अब आपने ये तीन कॉलम्स को इग्नोर कर रहा है, बस आप इसमें से कॉम्बिनेशंस बना लें। 5C2, 5C1, 5C0, 5C1, 10, 5, 1, 5, 21, बस आ गया। क्या करना है? कुछ करना ही नहीं। अगर आपके पास, अगर आपके पास जो है क्या कहते हैं, वो कहता कि अच्छा, लेट सपोज, अगर वो कहता आपके पास कि एल के बारे में कुछ नहीं कहता, एल के बारे में, एल के बारे में कुछ नहीं कहता, या अभी ये कहता है दोनों एल चाहिए, तो आप यहाँ पे सब में दोनों कर देते। तो कहता है एक ही एल चाहिए बस, हर दफा तो एक ही एल कर देता है। और ये होता है हर उस क्वेश्चन में जिसमें आपके पास जो है, आपको कॉम्बिनेशन निकालने को कहे जाते हैं, और उसमें आपके पास रिपीटेड आइटम्स होते हैं, तो उसमें आपके पास जो रिपीटेड आइटम्स है ना, पर्टिकुलरली उनके बारे में ये इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन होती है कि उनमें से आपको कितने रखने हैं। हर दफा जितने भी आप टोटल सेलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, जैसे 6 सेलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, आपने उसमें ये जो रिपीटेड लेटर्स हैं वो आप कितने रख सकते हैं, ये आपको क्वेश्चन में बताए जाते हैं। इस वजह से आप रिपीटेड लेटर्स के कॉलम्स अलग बनाते हैं, रिपीटेड आइटम्स की कॉलम्स अलग बना लिए, और उनमें एज पर द इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन आपने जो है ना दिए, और फिर जो डिफरेंट है वो आप जो रिमेनिंग है वो डिफरेंट हो जाएंगे। यानी कि अगर जैसे ये 4 हो गए एज पर द इंफॉर्मेशन गिवन, आपके फर्स्ट कॉम्बिनेशन में ये 4 तो होगा आउट ऑफ 6, इसका मतलब जो 5 ही रहेगा उसमें से 2 देंगे बस। तो ये टेबल आप कंप्लीट कर लेंगी, और जब कंप्लीट हो जाएगा तो जब आपने कॉम्बिनेशन फाइंड आउट करना है, इन सबको इग्नोर कर दें क्योंकि ये रिपीटेड लेटर्स है, इनको इग्नोर कर दें। इनमें से कोई सिलेक्शन नहीं होती, सिलेक्शन डिफरेंट आइटम्स में से होती है, इनमें से करते हैं बस आप। अभी जितने भी हैं 5 हैं, 6 है, 64, 62, लाइक दैट, और ऐड अप कर लें। ठीक है मैं से बात समझ आ गई आपको?
जी सर।
अच्छा, इसमें हमारे पास ना एक तो यार 2 क्वेश्चंस रिमेनिंग है। अब मसला ये है कि मेरी क्लास है और हमारी देर हो गई, और प्लस ये कि 1% बैटरी है। मिस्टर यूसुफ हुसैन, यहाँ बात समझ आ गई आपको? क्वेश्चन 2, 3 और 4 और 6
Yes,
तो
sir.
आपको समझ आ गए है ना? अच्छा, हमारा भी रहता है 5 और 7, और आपका तो क्वेश्चन 1 भी आपने देखना है। तो अब आपने अब करना ये है कि ईमान, आप हो सकता है होपफुली अवेलेबल होंगी थोड़ी देर बाद। असल में अभी जो मेरी क्लास है ना वो बच्चा
सर
यूके का
मेरी
है।
क्लास है,
सुन तो लो।
मैं 12
अभी
के
जो,
बाद फ्री होंगी।
हाँ हाँ, 12 के बाद ही कह रहा हूँ। अभी जो मेरी क्लास है, एक मिनट, लेट मी पॉज द रिकॉर्डिंग फर्स्ट। बेटा ये स्टार्ट करते हैं, एक मिनट यार ये। अच्छा ईमान, there are Iman, there are 400 students, 400 students at a school in a certain country. Each student was asked whether they preferred swimming, cycling, or running, and the results are given in the following table. Iman, a student is chosen at random. Find the probability that the student prefers swimming. Iman, come on, hurry up. Probability that the student prefers swimming.
104 by 400 plus 31 over 400.
135 divided by 4. All right,
Yes, sir.
27 over 80. Now next is whether the event student is male and the student prefers swimming are independent. So the probability and swimming is equal to the probability of being male multiplied by the probability of swimming. So if the equation satisfies, then the events are going to be are said to be then independent. So now, what is the probability that the student chosen is a male and prefers swimming? It's like 31 over 400. What's the probability that a student is male? That's going to be 31 plus 57 plus 92. How much is going to be? 92 plus 57 plus 31. 180 over. And what is the
सर
probability that the
ये
student
वाला कैसे
prefers
किया
swimming?
आपने?
Just a second. Let me tell you.
80.
This is the equation that you use to check for whether the events are independent or not. So the probability that a student is male is taken as PM. The probability that student prefers swimming is taken as PS. And the product of these two probabilities must be equal to the probability of M intersection S. That is, the student must be a male and he prefers swimming. So if the equation satisfies, then the events are said to be independent. So I have written over here the probability of the student being male. So I have added up all the males divided by 400. The probability that the student prefers swimming, 104 plus C1 divided by 100. And the probability that the student is male and prefers swimming is 31 over 400. So the two sides of the equations are not coming equal to each other, which means the equation is not satisfied, and therefore these two events are not independent. Is it clear or not, Miss?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On average, at all schools in this, 30% of the students do not like sports. The probability that the students do not like sports is equal to 0.3. The probability that the students does like sports is equal to 0.7. 10 of the students are chosen at random. So this is N. You have a fixed number of samples, and you have to calculate the probability that at least 3 of these students do not like any sports. So this is going to be taken. The probability that a student at random does not like sport is going to be taken as P, because you are looking at those students which are who do not like sports. So P is going to be 0.3 and Q is going to be 0.7. And at least 3 means, let's take X as number of students who do not like sports. So we need to calculate probability that P is X greater than or equal to 3. So how would you calculate? I'm going to subtract from 1 P X less than 3. All right. That will be much easier, Iman, because I would be then calculating around 8 probabilities: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Instead, I would be just calculating for 1 equals to P, X equals to 0, 1, and 2. All right, and 1 minus, then I have 10C 0, 0.3 to the power of 0, 0.7 to the power of 10. Plus 10C1 into 0.3 to the power of 1 into 0.7 to the power of 9. Plus 10C2, 0.3 into 10 to the power of 2 into 0.7 to the power of 8. All right, Iman. Can you just calculate? Can you just calculate for me, Iman?
Sir, total answer 0.617 आ रहा है.
Let us check from the marking sheet, because we have written the equation correct. So
Yeah, I have verified. सही answer आ रहा
okay,
है.
you have verified.
Yeah.
0. What you're getting? 0.617. Okay.
Okay.
The final answer is going to be 0.617. All right. 90 students from this country are now chosen at random. Use approximation to find the probability of fewer than 32 of them. So I'm going to be approximating this distribution as normal distribution. And for normal distribution, we have to have mean. But because the distribution is actually binomial distribution, we are approximating it to be a normal distribution. So how we'll be calculating mean as using NP, which is 90 times 0.3. That's going to give me 27 students. On average, there are 27 students who do not like any sports, and variance is NPQ, or you may just calculate the standard deviation. That is 90 times 0.3 times 0.7. So it's going to be 18.9. So variance is coming out to be 18.9. Variance is 18.9.
Sir, इसका under root लेंगे?
Yeah, later on. But you need to write down this notation that X, which is the number of students who do not like any sports, follows normal distribution with mean 27 and variance 18.9. All right.
Okay. But if I just do it under root लगा के रख दूं तो सही है?
Yeah, it's fine, but I reckon there's a mark for it. As far as I
Okay.
remember, there's a mark for it. Yeah, there's a mark for it. That's why you have to show the value of variance. Later on, when you are using the formula for Z, then you may just show the square root of 18.9. That's fine. So, okay. This is going to be then what? This is going to be then what? 27. 32 will be over here. I'm going to draw a bar. All right. And fewer than 32 means fewer than 32 means this is going to be 31.5 and it's going to be 32.5. Fewer than 32 means I'm not going to include this bar. So this is going to be this one. All right. To calculate the value of Z, it's going to be 31.5 minus 27 divided by square root of 18.9. How much is the Z that we are getting? 31.5 minus 27 divided by square root of 18.9. We're getting 1.035. 1.035, the value of Z. Okay, now let's just quickly have a look at table 1.035. 1.035 is 1.035. 0.8485 plus 12, which is going to be 0.8497. Okay. 0.08, 0.8497. And okay. So the probability that X is less than 31.5 is 0.8497. All right. And that's what we will be using because if you look at the region that is representing X less than 31.5 covers more than 50%. So that's the probability that we have got, we're going to use that. Is it clear or not, Miss? Is that clear or not, Miss?
Yes, sir.
All right, 0.8497. We may write just down here 0.85. Basically, the probability is written to correct to three significant figures. So yeah, 0.85. Now, one last question, and that is question 5. A driver records the distance traveled in each of 150 journeys. These distances correct to the nearest kilometer are summarized in the table. Draw cumulative frequency graph. I would be writing down the distance for less than 0. The cumulative frequency is going to be 0. For less than, no, I'll be first making some changes to the table. I'll be writing down distance as, because there's a gap between it, so I'll be just making some changes. All right, and it's going to be Then we have 10.5 to 20.5 and 20.5 to 30.5. And then 30.5 to 40.5. And then we have 40.5 to 60.5. All right. And then we have cumulative frequency. All right. Let me write down for less than 0. Just a second. Let me just verify it first. Saman, we have over here. Okay. Yep. For less than 0, I'm gonna have 0. For less than 4.5, I'm gonna have okay.
So are you subtracting both of these values?
Just a second. For less than 4.5, I'm gonna have sorry, for less than 10.5. Sorry, this is less than 4.5. This is 12. Less than 10.5. This is all 16 plus 12, 28. This is cumulative frequency.
Sir,
For
formula क्या था इसका?
there's no formula for cumulative frequency. It's just that we are adding up. All right. So we have from 0 to 4.5, I have a frequency of 12. So that means for distances less than 4.5, I have a cumulative frequency of 12. For distances less than 10.5, I have the cumulative frequency of 12 plus 16. That's 28. For distances less than 20.5, I have cumulative frequency of 12 plus 16 plus 32. All right.
Okay, sir, got it.
It's going to be 60. For less than 30.5, I have 126. And for less than 40.5, I have 146. For less than 60.5, I have 150.
150.
All right. Now I'll be drawing it 4.5. Okay. I have distances from 0 to 60.5. Okay. I'll be 0 to 60.5 means 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. All right. And cumulative frequency I have until 150. So for 150, I have like I must have at least 10, 20. Let me see if I have 15 boxes 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. No, I don't have. I'll be marking it like 20 on each box 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, and 160. All right, this is cumulative frequency, and this is distance. Distance in meters, in kilometers.
सर ये डिस्टेंस वो वाला लेंगे जो हमें गिवन है, ये जो हमने निकाला है अभी?
No. Yeah, but there's just a difference of 0.5 in each. So
Yeah, so we have ये भी निकाला ये वाला.
yeah. We'll be these are basically our points. 4.5, 12, 10.5, 28, 20.5, 60. These are basically our points which we are going to plot. All right. So it's going to be 0, 0. And we have 4.5, 12. So 4.5 is going to be, and 12 is going to be where? All right. Is that correct? Yes. And then we have 10.5, 28. 10.5, 28. It's going to be somewhat over here. Yes. 10.5, 28. Yes. Then I have then 20.5, 60. 20.5, 60. All right, yeah. And then Iman, we have 30 and a half comma 126. 30 and a half comma 126. One, two, three, yeah. And then I have 40 and a half comma 146. 40 and a half comma 146. 150 comma 60.5 comma
सर ये 30
150.
पे आपने क्या लगाया है 30 पे कौन सा
1
लगाया है
126. 122, 24, 26.
अब isn't it 60
No, 30. This is
अच्छा
30.5
ठीक है
and then
126
60 and a half comma 150, which is okay, somewhere, yeah, over here. All right. So now let me
सर एक मिनट
draw
दिखाना
it.
ये ग्राफ देखना है
Yeah, let me draw it. So I'll be just a second. It's a little bit difficult to draw it on the iPad, but never mind. I'll try to draw it as smooth as possible. No, nope, 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 nope. Just a second. All right, Ms. Iman. Good enough. Now,
yes
what the question says? For 30% of these journeys, the distance traveled is d kilometer or more. All right. Distance traveled. Distance traveled. All right. Distance traveled is greater than d. Is 0.3 per is 0.3. The probability that the distance is less than d is going to be 0.7. And 70% means what is the total frequency? 150. So 0.7 times
sir
150 is going to
can
be.
you repeat this
They are saying that the probability that distance d is greater than small d. This is the value of the distance. So the distance capital D is greater than d. The probability is 30%. That's 0.3.
can't we just simply subtract it from 1 or 100
Yeah, we have subtracted from 1, so we got 0.7. That the distance,
okay
that the probability, yeah, the probability that the distance d is less than d, so it's going to be 70%. So now 70% means now basically this is 70% of the total frequency of journeys is going to be how much? 105. 105 journeys. So 105 journeys. 105 is where? It's going to be 102, 104. Yeah. This is going to be then 20, 20, 25, 26, 26 and a half.
sir I'm getting 27 is it okay
Yeah, fine, because you can see that my graph is not pretty smooth, but yeah, it's fine. So there must be some range given in the marking scheme. So yeah, approximately 27. It says approximately 27. So yeah, it's fine. All right. So the value of D is approximately 27 kilometers. All right. Yeah, you may just write down 26.5 or 27, whatever. Calculate calculate an estimate of the mean distance traveled for the 150 journeys. Now I'm going to calculate the midpoint, and then we'll be like calculating it. All right. Yeah. So I'm taking the midpoint of this class interval to be as 2.25. And what is going to be the midpoint of this? 11 plus 15 is going to be 7.5. And this is going to be 21, and 31 divided by 2 is going to be 15.5. Then 31 and 51 is going to be 25.5. And then it's going to be 41 and 71 is going to be 35.5. And then it's going to be 61 and 101 is going to be 50.5. All right, to calculate the mean, how to calculate the mean? The mean distance is going to be then 2.25 times 2.2 times 12 plus 7.5 times 16. All right, then we have 15.5. We have 15.5 times how much? Iman, that is 32. Iman, then we have 25.5 times 66. And then we have 35.5 times 20. And then we have at the end 50.5 times 4. All right. So then I have then divided by what? Iman, divided by what? 150. Iman, what's the value we are getting? Can we just
Sir, is this EFX over FX?
yeah? 21.6. We're getting 21.6 kilometers. That's a mean distance. All right.
Okay,
Is it
sir.
clear or not, Miss?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay.
Sir, कल कितने बजे क्लास है?
Just 1 minute. Iman, I'm just gonna tell you, and let
So
me
can you
check.
start it at 12 because at that time उतना मुश्किल होता है. 11 o'clock, it's really hard.
Let me just stop it. So okay.